According to the National Weather Service, Helene was the worst-case scenario for Buncombe County, North Carolina. That is only 4 hours from us. Meteorologists say the area's geography made matters worse. Jennifer Emert from our sister station, WLOS, explains.
I still haven't been able to take it all in.
A month after Helene, Mike Stewart remains in shock. His outdoor storage business is at the heart of the damage on Highway 70 in Swannanoa.
Our heads were spinning. We're like, where's the office? Where's that garage? Nothing was here. It was all swept away.
The Swannanoa River ripped apart everything in its path, cresting over 27 feet according to U.S. Geological Survey data. What was left behind at Pineview Buildings lot?
And what was left in its place were trailers from a mobile home park that was next to us, and then there were 18-wheelers and tractor and the trailer parts of that spread around. There was piles of, we couldn't even identify everything that was in the piles.
As the waters receded, 3 people were recovered from the property.
We realized that there were cars and trucks piled up on the lower part of our property. It was unimaginable.
Mike and his family evacuated, but their fighting spirit led them back.
We made a decision, my wife and I. We're going to come back here and we're going to do whatever we can to rebuild and do it quickly.
As debris was cleared, they questioned why Swannanoa took a beating. Rainfall totals were the highest just to the north, where the National Weather Service confirmed 30 inches for Mount Mitchell and 2 feet or more for the Black Mountains between September 25th and the 27th.
It was like having 2 hurricanes 3 days apart.
All that water had to go somewhere, either northwest to the Tow River, northeast into the Upper Catawba, southeast to the Broad, or southwest to the headwater of the Swannanoa.
It just became all runoff, and there was nowhere for the water to go but into these creeks, streams, and tributaries. So they filled up rapidly, causing major flooding, and then catastrophic flooding became the reality for so many.
According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, there are no hydrological benchmarks in those areas or stream gauges to have alerted to the danger. As streams and creeks rose, so did the North Fork Reservoir at least 18 feet, mechanically activating the main and auxiliary spillways, likely washing out the water transmission lines and adding to the runoff in the North Fork Swannanoa River.
It's a domino effect. Once you start moving water downhill, the speed of the water will pick up. That's going to happen whether you want it to or not. It's going to start to become more forceful as it moves faster and push more down. It's going to bring more trees down. It's going to bring debris into the water.
It's the volume and speed that astounded UNCA environmental science professor and hydrologist Jeffrey Wilcox.
Exactly 2 weeks before the high water mark here, my students were just around the corner at Rec Park. The water level was, the stage was 1.5 feet. The discharge was about, I think, 30 CFS. And 2 weeks later, the stage was 27 feet, measured down at Biltmore Village, but 27 feet, which means the flow was over 40,000 CFS. It's actually off the scales.
That's 1 million gallons of water passing a location a minute, or 27 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The narrow valley fueling the force of the water when debris and structures got in the river's path.
We had that effect going too, that the more objects that were in the water, it created faster currents in between those objects.
As the river expanded, it picked apart hillsides similar to the Broad River in Bat Cave and Chimney Rock.
We also saw a lot of erosion of the banks, and so houses that were maybe up the slope a little bit, the slope below them got carved out by the turbulent water.
In Buncombe County, more than 600 structures were destroyed.
As you drive down the road, and it's piles and piles and piles of destruction and rubble. We wanted somebody to see a little speck of light. And it's been that.
The new buildings on Mike's Pineview Buildings lot include a smart shelter wired with electricity. If local ordinances permit, Mike has nonprofits at the ready to put these in backyards, giving homeowners shelter as they rebuild.
Their hearts are broken with us, and they just want to help.
The National Weather Service points out this is a new event of record, meaning flood maps could be redrawn. The impact that could have on homeowners and businesses going forward remains unknown.